Right, Pete. Let's talk Cheltenham. What do you think about the news about this equine flu? What do you think about that?
Oh, difficult to say, isn't it? What's going to happen? To be honest with you, I'd just rather wait and see. Let's hope Cheltenham goes ahead.
Do you think it's on? Do you think it's a 50-50 job?
Well, we'll find out more. I mean, at the moment, there's no racing until Wednesday at the very least. I mean, obviously with the news today coming out of Donald McCain's yard, we don't know how long that will extend it by. But I'll be surprised if we get racing back on Wednesday. But fingers crossed, it's all back in time for this one.
But let's obviously hope the implications aren't so serious and the Cheltenham Festival will go ahead. So what we're going to look at here, we're going to talk about the champion hurdle. And what's your thoughts? Where's the winner, Peter?
Well, let's take a look at the top of the market, shall we? I mean, you've got Bouvier, official rating 172. Barry Geraghty, 8 from 9 since riding it, beaten by Federna Blue at Kempton. I'm not sure Nico de Boinville was supposed to win that race if you look back on it. So cut up on the line. But.
You know, Peter, when I watched that race at Kempton, I actually thought he looked kind of embarrassed when he was pulling up. But as I was saying, do you think she'll win in that race? Federna Blue?
I don't know. They're talking about potentially with Federna Blue. I think it comes down to the ground. I think last year they had it entered and the ground was quite heavy and they decided not to run Federna Blue. You could actually see that one running at Kempton or Lingfield on the all-weather because he was sort of indicating that might be the case. I don't think last year's champion hurdle was vintage because you look at the third in that race, Mixed Jazz, I think it was rated 156, and I think he'll have to be on his game to beat Apple's Jade. What do you think?
Very visually impressive Apple's Jade, wasn't it? Certainly the one at the top of the two of the market, certainly the one that I'm interested in. I think the horse stays. He's going to be ridden prominently. Bouvier, do you think he's the same horse as last season? Do you think he's in prime condition?
It's difficult to say. I mean, he's won his race last time out very easily. You've got Barry Geraghty looking around, won it with ease. Definitely going to be pushed this year. I think the last horse was Isterbrack that won it 2 years running. I could be wrong on that, but I think actually it was Hardy Eustace, be the first one since Hardy Eustace that will defend his crown. So that's going back to 2005. So there's a stat for you.
I do always
but
remember.
JP McManus obviously had Isterbrack as well. So who knows? It does on official ratings is about £10 clear of Apple's Jade. I think Apple's Jade's rating is 162. But it's the mayor's allowance. And all the time the connection's going, we're not going for the champion hurdle, we're going for the easy option, the mayor's hurdle. It looks like now they're going to go for it. And so they should.
It looks
champion's race, right?
See, obviously JP McManus has always had a lot of riches in the race, hasn't he? He's had Binocular as well, my 10 years.
Yeah.
And these are good quality horses. Bouvier, fighting fifth. Visually, very, very impressive. But
what's it beat?
What did he beat? Exactly.
Exactly. Well, we said that exactly the same time.
What did he beat?
Poor Sam Crow. And the other horse, I think, was a Tom George horse, Somerville Boy, who's not been the same this season since the Supreme last year. Didn't beat anything, let's be honest with you. Beat a boat back in second, Sam Crow.
Do you think he needs further?
But Bouvier?
Sam Crow.
Oh, well, yeah, I think so. I think obviously now we're not going to see Sam Crow to next year. I'd love to see Sam Crow over a fence. I mean, there was all talk, wasn't there, when they matched up. This was going to be the champion race in Newcastle, the fighting fifth. Never turned out that way. Apple's Jade is undoubtedly the main challenger. You've got horses like Lorena in that race as well, who no doubt has got a few question marks. It came out quite late. Won an Egg and Spoon 2 run a race, didn't it, at Sandown?
Yeah.
It didn't tell us much.
Yeah, now listen, I can completely agree. For me, Apple's Jade, that was so impressive when he won in Ireland. And I think versatile sort can be ridden in many ways, always finds. I mean, even going back to that fighting fifth form, I mean, Bouvier's won on a flat track against a horse. I mean, everything was against Sam Crow that day, and it was quite amazing. I actually think Sam Crow went off favourite on the machine, didn't it? On the day Gordon Elliott's horse, but
I mean, the thing with Apple's Jade, you've got. I use the guideline with Super Sunday. It doesn't tell us much, but I think it's beaten it a total of 16 lengths once and 20 lengths the last time. Has Apple Jade improved or Super Sunday gone back a bit? Because if you go back to last year, 2017, Apple's Jade won by about half a length over Super Sunday. So one has really improved. Is it Apple's Jade or has Super Sunday gone backwards? It will tell us on the big day, on the Tuesday, what's the case. I got a feeling that Apple's Jade has improved.
See, I think that as well, and I don't think, as you say, I don't think this is a vintage race either. I think this race is going to get cut up very, very badly. And Lorena, will it run in the race? We're not 100% sure. There could be other options for the horse.
Yeah, well, the mare's one would be the easy option now, wouldn't it? I think they'll go. I think they'll go for it. But again, Lamina is official rating of 155. That puts her behind Apple's Jade, well behind Bouvier. As I said, it was a soft ground 2-horse race at Sandown. Didn't tell us much. We may see Lorena before Cheltenham. I think it's important that we do. Let's not forget though, last year Lorena won by 18 lengths at Cheltenham. It was a moderate field though.
I think that race. I think Willie was very, very smart. What he did, he roughed up the sort of fancied runner against him, didn't he, by putting a pacemaker in the race to set the race up perfectly. The weights came through. It's just collapse, doesn't it? Because the horse stays.
You got Sharjah in there as well.
Yeah.
Ran about 9s, 10s. I'm not convinced that Sharjah will win this. You got horses like Brain Power as well for Nicky Henderson. That is also well behind the ratings. The one interesting one for me is Global Citizen, which you can get for 33-1, and I'll tell you why. If you take Brain Power, he was beaten. He won at Cheltenham, and he beat the same horses that Global Citizen did. But Global Citizen beat Western Rider and Silver Streak by a bit further. And I think Global Citizen, if we get a 10-11 runner race in the Champion Hurdle, I think Global Citizen is a big price to finish. I think it's between Bouvier and Apple's Jade. But if we can get 10-11 runners, we can get maybe first 4 places. I think Global Citizen for Ben Pauling, who's been in terrific form this season.
He's a good trainer.
I think that is not a bad each way bet, to be honest.
So you think now, would you be getting involved now at the 33s, or would you be waiting closer to the day of the festival?
Do you know what? If someone gave me a tenner,
yeah,
I think I would. Each way, I would go for it now, because I think Global Citizen will definitely run the Champion Hurdle. As far as the win goes, where are you going? I'm going Apple's Jade.
I would go Apple's Jade as well. I think that's the one, to be honest. I think it's a very versatile sort. Definitely going to run, I think. After that performance in Ireland, they have to go for the big race, don't they? There is question marks about the Nicky Henderson, Bouvier, you know?
Yeah. There's a few there as well that... Samco's still priced up. I can't imagine that's going to run. For me, if we can get 10-11 runners in the race, in Global Citizen each way, 33s, and for me, Apple's Jade. Is it lump on job?
I would say it's certainly the bet. I think 9-4 is still a big price. Definitely, I think it's definitely one to be on, because I think this race is going to cut up very badly. If you can get 4 places, Global Citizen on the day, maybe 8 to 10 runners, you'd be all over that, wouldn't you? Absolutely. I don't think you'll get the 33s. I think probably about 16s or 18s.
You're absolutely right. I think if you're going to go each way, let's go Global Citizen each way now, 33s. So we're both agreed? Apple's Jade?
Yeah, Apple's Jade for the win. Global Citizen for the each way bet. That's what I'd do. And obviously keep your eye open for promotions. If you can get the extra place, I'd be over Global Citizen as well.
Okay,
well, that's the one then, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get the winner.
Cheers, Pete.